Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to be shooting the Browning Buckmark 22 LR pistol for the first time. Just picked this up yesterday. I've heard that it's a high quality firearm and I'd like to test it out for myself and see what it has to offer. Here's a view of the gun. You can see that it has a nice rail on the top, and after looking through the sights, I found that I really like the sights. See if I can get you a view here. Looks great. The only thing I wish is that it had some high vis or fiber optics. This is suppressor ready. I will not be adding one of those. Classic gold trigger. And I really like the way the wood grain looks there. On this side of the firearm, you can see the safety here. Up for safe, down for fire. And here is a slide lock. Here you can see inside, pretty straightforward. This came with two 10-round magazines. Can insert the magazine. And it's ready to go. I am going to put the safety on because I'm not quite ready. Today I'm shooting at about 50 feet and I'll be using the Armscor 22 LR 36 grain high velocity hollow point. These were $2.99 at Rural King. So let me get set up and we'll shoot the Browning Buckmark. All right, here you can see the distance that I'll be shooting as well as the target in the background. It's approximately 50 feet, maybe a little less, 45 feet. Here's another view of the shooting area. My table here. I'll be here. All right, I'm gonna take a step back, shoot 5 rounds downrange, then I'll turn the camera around, shoot 5 more rounds downrange. Safety off. Safety is back on. All right, I'm just gonna hold my camera at chest level, aim with one hand here. Slide is locked back. You can see that it is empty. All right, you can see here my first time shooting. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within the target, one pretty close here to the bullseye. I'm guessing that maybe these 5 were my first 5 shots, and my second 5 shots kind of drifted up this way off the target. I wasn't quite as prepared to fire with one hand or as stable as I thought I was going to be, but let's go back for a review. All right, here we are back at the bench with the Browning Buckmark 22 pistol. I have only shot 10 rounds through this pistol, but I must say I really like how crisp the trigger is. The trigger has very little play in it, very little. You can see here, I mean, when it's ready to go, it's it breaks after a couple of millimeters of movement. I love the idea that the frame is all metal. If I remember correctly, there's some steel and maybe some aluminum here. I like the wood grips. One thing that really threw me off was the weight of this firearm. It was significantly heavier than I thought it was going to be, which in the beginning has made it, at least now, more difficult to shoot with one hand. I noticed a lot more stability with both hands, but I'm sure with some practice, I'll get the one hand thing down if I need to. The sights are great. As you can see here, they are adjustable by a screw. You can adjust your windage and your elevation. I'm not sure about the front sights, but I'm sure those are adjustable as well. I have various types of .22 ammunition that I will use through this over time, and I may come back with another review, but as of right now, my first thoughts are that I love the weight of this. It gives the impression that it's in a high quality firearm, and being made by Browning, I hope that that is true. I have one other Browning firearm that is amazing. I wish the magazine had a higher capacity for such a full-sized pistol. It only holds 10 rounds. I've seen some .22 LR pistols hold 20, no problem. The only other .22 LR pistol that I've shot is the Heritage Rough Rider, which I have here. Just for a comparison, you can see the size. They're approximately the same length. The Browning is a little bit shorter, just a little bit shorter. And if you have a Rough Rider, I can say that the Rough Rider and the Browning are pretty equal when it comes to weight. The Browning actually may be a little heavier, especially with the 10 rounds in it. It might add an extra ounce. But comparing it to the Heritage Rough Rider, I must say that the shooting is much smoother. It fed the rounds no problem. Now I have only shot 10 rounds through here. I'm gonna do a few more off camera. If I do get any jams, I'll report back. But from what I've heard, this firearm is very functional and I shouldn't run into many issues with it. After shooting this a few more times, I wanted to offer a follow-up comment. I've fed several more rounds through this with no issues. Oh, but what I wanted to say was that if I had to compare this to anything, the feeling of the way it shoots, the way it feels very similar to a 1911. You can see the way the grip is designed, the weight, the metal, the wood, the reach, the trigger, the finger reach is a little longer than a 1911, but the grip in the hand, it feels very close. So I'm really happy with the way it feels. It's comfortable, and I think this is going to be a great firearm. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I will try to answer those questions. And after I've shot this enough times, I will try to do a follow-up review. Thank you to everybody for watching. I hope that was helpful.